Arena here on the lovely campus of Springfield College here in Springfield, Massachusetts, the birthplace of basketball, the home of the Basketball Hall of Fame. Log on at www.hoophall.com for more information and how you can take your very own virtual tour. I'm Tony Pettaway, and I'm joined by the one and only Lorenzo Gaines of
Tony, it is nice to be here again and back on the campus of Springfield College, the birthplace of basketball, if you haven't already mentioned that. This is where James Naismith invented the game that so many people love worldwide. We have the honor and privilege of calling some of the best basketball players in the country. That's right. These are the blue chip players. These are the players to be looking out for tomorrow. But today, that's right, today, we get to talk about the Central Golden Eagles.
Oh, I'm excited to be here as we were here last year, and we were treated to some really amazing basketball on both the men and women's side of the house. As we begin our starting lineups, we'll go to the rafters and thank our many sponsors, beginning with Morgan Stanley, Panani, Spalding, the Army National Guard. Salute to those of you who have served and who are currently serving our fine nation. The starting lineup of the Holy Cross team out of Waterbury, Connecticut, the Crusaders. Their starters, number 5, Shayna Howard. She's joined by number 10, Maddie Nibel. Number 13, Isabella Lombardo. Number 23, Mia Metabani. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Connecticut team, number 31, Quinn Berry. And that's your Connecticut play 5. That's 5, 10, 13, 23, and 31. And I'll go over to Lorenzo for the Lady Eagles.
That's right. The Lady Eagles are on the court. They are doing their thing, starting with number 25, Giovanna Mars. Then we have 22, Angela Hector. We have Elisa Mandan, and Naloni Rodriguez, and Jelani Garvin Martin makes 5. That's the starting 5 of the Central Golden Eagles girls. Coached by James G.
And assisted by our very own. The handle, the sounds of DJ Why Not will be heard throughout the week and into the weekend. We are ready for the national anthem, brought to you by Nike, the official apparel outfitter of the Hoophall Classic.
Well, it is going to be a great game. The Central Golden Eagles versus Holy Cross High School out of Waterbury, Connecticut. So definitely look forward to this. Okay, so the ladies are about to line up for the tip-off. Got a lot of good energies. The refs are in position, and looks like it's going to be a great tip ball, so here we go.
And here we go.
Tonight's basketball is the Precision T1000. Elite performance by Spalding. Central recovers the tip, up.
And tied up immediately by the big post players. Hector, a great standing center forward, if you will, in this here offense. On defense, they apply pressure immediately. So they're coming out to test their mettle immediately.
Well, Central Golden Eagles girls this season have been putting on an offensive show. They just beat Holyoke 56-20. So, you know, I'm looking for high energy. I think that defense creates offense. So looks like there's going to be a little bit of one-on-one, little press in the backcourt from Holy Cross.
Yes, as the Crusaders return the favor of the pressure, the ball brought up. Tempo is kept in. Traveling. Today's traveling calls are brought to you by our good friends at Travelocity.com. Don't just travel, travel right.
Yeah. All right, inbound from the half court, coming over Holy Cross. Wow. They made that
Basket's good. Number 30 in your program and in our booklet. Quinn Berry with the basket, and the answer by Hector. Your score 2-2.
Nice pass over the half court and foul by Naloni Rodriguez, number 5. First foul on her. Looks like it's going to the line.
Rodriguez charged with the foul, as you mentioned, Lorenzo. And at the line, Shania Howard will try to complete the vintage three-point play, and she is successful. Your score, 4-2. For those of you just joining us, we are here at Springfield College on the campus here just a stone's throw from the south end of Springfield, Massachusetts. Very picturesque ride in off 91, nestled in between what we know as the Mecca of basketball and the MGM Springfield.
All right, this basket by Central Golden Eagles, rebounded by the Holy Crusaders. Central's got a breakaway. Ooh.
Unsuccessful on that one. The outlet pass goes to the wing. Inside, it's good. Number 31, Berry with her second bucket, and timeouts charged to the Eagles bench. Well, so what do you see so far? I know there's a lot of nervous energy as both teams are trying to settle in and get their tempo together. I'm enjoying what I've seen thus far with pressure being applied by both on the inbound to really see who your ball handlers are and how you react to the pressure.
Oh, definitely. I think your assessment about nerves is accurate. Looks like there's just a little bit of anxiety playing, a little rushed, but I do like the defensive and offensive intensity on both sides of the ball. Central's had the unfortunate misfortune of missing a few bunnies, a few breakaways, and but I think the coach with this timeout has the opportunity to re-engage, reset, let them know, we're down, two possessions, and keep your head in it, play Central basketball, and I think that by halftime we'll see a real competitive game here.
Absolutely, I would agree totally with your assessment of what we've witnessed thus far. This first quarter of action brought to you by Spalding. Back to the action, tempo control by number 22 in your program. Hector gets it over to the wing.
Yep.
I tell you, Mars is all over the place. She is a streaky player, really fast spurts there, good muscle twitch. Love the way she moves. Got the stack on the inbound, Crusaders ball. Lou calls for the substitution. Jada Watson joins the Central Golden Eagles lineup.
That's cool. We see her dad, Bill, sitting in the audience right there, about halfway up on the right-hand side.
Yes, the coach of the men's program, both basketball and football. Speaking of football, there's a little tussle going on for the ball there.
Well, looks like Central's getting composed. Ooh, nice. Not quite playing nice. Come on. Ooh. Well, it seems like Central has to get their stuff together.
Central ball will be inbounded on the baseline. 5 minutes and some change left in this first quarter of action.
4 minutes and 53 seconds, and ball was just stolen by the Holy Cross Crusaders, and a bucket by number 5, Shayna Howard.
Howard with the hot hand thus far with 5 points as she made
5 of the 9 points.
There must be a door open on that end because things are pretty cool underneath. Substitutions are in for the Crusaders. Joining their lineup is number 10. Maddie Nibel returns to the lineup and joins number 13, Isabella Lombardo. And a new substitution in your lineup, number 24, Cheyenne Little. Draws the assignment of Hector as they double team her.
Hector's a senior. She's been out here a few times, so she knows what it's like to play under these bright lights. Her dad was a star athlete, I believe, over at AIC. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And Mom.
Mom was an athlete as well and an educator here in Springfield, as both of them have taken on the education disciplines for both of them. Thank you for all that you do for all the young men and women here in Springfield in the Pioneer Valley in Northern Connecticut region. Kudos to the Hectors.
Giovanna Mars is at the line.
London with the rebound into Hector. Again, fouled down and quickly. Little has a foul charge to her.
Well, we got Cyril in the building. He is live and direct. I'm going to hand it off to him and go get some social media content on the floor. So look for me down below, getting exclusive interviews with the head coaches, with the students, and with the people that help make the Hoophall Classic the world premiere destination place for many of these young people. So stick and stay. Your boy, The Voice, Lorenzo, will be back. And up next, we got our man, Cyril.
All right, everybody. My name is Cyril Zanetti, and I am very happy to be back here at the Hoophall Classic. Surprisingly, Tony, it's 2025 now. I've been doing this for so long. We've been doing this for so long. And I'm truthfully so honored to be here at Springfield College, representing Focus Springfield. And Tony, I've been missing for a couple minutes, but as I join, I see the scoreboard. How has Central been playing, getting, used to representing Springfield on the hardwood here at Springfield College? How is it going for them so far?
So far, as you see with the scoreboard indication, a 7-point differential at this point. The bright spots on the Central roster has been Hector, who's been getting the rebound, as you see here. She's getting assistance from Mars, who's controlled the tempo. They've missed a couple bunnies early. A couple outside shots have fallen far from the mark, if you will. We'll think they'll settle down as Watson has joined the lineup. Her shot has been consistent with what we've seen so far. Halfway in, all the way out. But I think as they settle down and play their game, they'll work their way back into this one.
I absolutely get what you mean. It's early on, as we always can see at a playing performance like this. I mean, this is an exhibition game, so it's very important to, just try your best. A lot of eyes are watching, and with time comes the ability to improvise, adapt, and overcome. And while there is that 9-point deficit, they can absolutely change that. 2 attempts for the Eagles, once more sticking with it. That's going to be good for Mars. Or that was Hector, sorry, Angela Hector sending her to the line. And as you pointed out, she's grabbing boards, and she stuck with it. She missed the putback, but she grabbed it again and went up, draws the foul, goes to the line, and now has the ability to cut the deficits.
Absolutely. But bright spots on the Crusaders. Number 5 has really been playing good ball. Shania Harward, strong presence to the hole, the paint.
Absolutely.
She has a knack for getting where the ball needs to be, running good passing lanes, and when she's open, she's taking the shot. She has a vintage three-point play in her arsenal at this point.
Nice.
And it's the difference that you see here with a score of 11-2. But stick with us and stay tuned as Lorenzo Gaines has mentioned.
Well, right there we do see an interception from the Eagles off to the other side. There is another foul drawn for the Eagles. They were able to add a point with Hector hitting one of the shots at the foul line. Now getting the opportunity to once more cut the deficit with some free throws is going to be number 4. That will be Jalen Garvin-Martin. Now for the Eagles, would you say that there's anybody that the viewers should be looking forward to, see put on some sort of a classic? We did talk about for Holy Cross, number 5, Shania Howard, the senior, has been playing well with a great three-point shot. For the Eagles, who can we look after?
Garvin-Martin has had her moments, as we mentioned. They've
in previous
fallen
years.
a little shy of the basket and the mark at this particular point. As she settles in, she's at the free throw. We'll see what she has. She breaks the ice with that
Gets
one.
the second one to go. Once more cutting the tie. And for Holy Cross, they're going to be trapped here, so they're going to have to slow it down, find out how to get across without turning the ball over. They do that so. Good trap from the Eagles, bringing pressure but also brings a foul. How has the pressure been for both teams, or is this kind of just the Eagles putting the trap on because they realize they're down?
No, they open the game, both trapping and
Awesome.
pressing right off the start to test the mettle of each other and see
Yeah.
who the ball handler is and see if they can really force that turnover.
It
It's
seems
happened
very
in this instance.
familiar to their system. They seem to
Yes.
always have that trap on lock, which is very beneficial if you can really, force turnovers. There they are again, getting another defensive stop to get an opportunity on offense to cut the lead. Slowing it down now for the Eagles. Going to dish it out into the paint, back up top to the corner. Pulling up a little more, 4-2, no good. Rebound for the Eagles is there. Now for Holy Cross, they have it on the other side. Pass just complete into the paint. Shot attempt strip, save, but now out of bounds off the Eagles' Holy Cross ball.
Unbelievable basketball being played on the defensive side of it. As you see, a lot of turnovers because
Yes.
they're pressuring that basketball.
A lot of turnovers and not as much, points scored. So it's just showing both sides are doing very good at playing defense. They just got to figure out what's working on offense. Good paint presence from both teams as that was stopped. Now on to the wing. Back to the other side. It's Howard. Howard draws the foul. I believe it's going to be on the floor.
As we take a quick pause for our station identification, we are Focus Springfield, community access television here in Springfield, Massachusetts.
4-1-3.
Absolutely, 413 being rep to the fullest. I'm Tony Petaway, and I'm joined by
Ciro Zanetti.
Ciro Zanetti.
The first free throw attempt for Shania Howard is no good. She gets another opportunity to advance the lead. And Tony, we always make our case back to it. We have the free throws in case for both teams. Multiple trips now, and it's always important to capitalize on the free throws. 0 for 2 on that attempt for Holy Cross, but now the Eagles are looking to get some momentum in their end.
Yeah, Munden brings the ball up to Mars, who's been the handler for all intentions and purposes
Mars.
thus far. Yes.
All righty. And now for the Eagles, they're going to try to find an opening. I thought it was going to be setting up a three-point play. Now back to the top. Shot attempt, no good. Rebound for Holy Cross. Here is Howard. She pulls up from the elbow. Shot no good. Rebound from the Eagles. It kind of slips around but finds its way. And now for the Eagles, pick and roll is used. Does not hand off, instead drive off the glass, layup no good, rebound attempt is there. The Holy Cross is able to bring it in. It's another foul. Well, both teams today, Tony, obviously have a lot to prove, as we mentioned, starting things off here at the Hoophall Classic. Tony, do you have any games in general that you are looking really forward to see and or commentate?
Absolutely. The game following this one that's on our docket this evening, I want to see the best of Holyoke
There we
take
go.
on Pope Francis. Always a good competitive game for both as they battle for the bragging rights, you know, the paper city against the birthplace of
The
basketball.
birthplace of basketball. There
right
you go.
here
Exactly.
on this hallowed court here for all of us to witness.
It's a great matchup.
And of course,
And I'm a Holyoke boy. People don't really know that. I went to school in Springfield, but I live in Holyoke. So I'll be, now that I'm not at Central, I'll be right down the middle.
And of course, the 9 o'clock show, the Springfield Golden Eagles boys against
always.
Putnam.
As
That's
always.
always going to be
Always the Eagles, man.
Oh, yeah.
They're always great to watch. And back to the action. The Eagles draw another foul, and we'll see how they can capitalize. They're not in the bonus yet, but it seems like Holy Cross is, so that was beneficial for them. Out into the corner, into the paint, out of bounds, off of Holy Cross. It will be Eagles ball. Inbounding things for the Eagles is Watson. She'll send it out to the top of the key. Holding that's Mars. Drives, draws foul. That's gone on the ground, so it's not going to count.
But
it will
I
give
like
the
to
Eagles a
see
chance.
what you mentioned. Pardon the interruption.
No, that's okay.
Mars is definitely working the offense. They're trying to work the offense through her. She gets a hot hand there, as you saw, but waved off.
Yes,
That's
yes.
exactly what you want to do. She's streaky. She will go to the paint.
Absolutely.
You want the higher percentage shot, as it's still cool on that end. I guess the
100%.
Frigidaire. Someone opened the refrigerator and left it open.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, great basketball being played. Let's see if Mars can capitalize.
First attempt, no good, but as Tony says, I mean, she's doing a great way of setting up this opportunity for herself. And even though the basket didn't count, setting it up and showing that she can get it off is always great. And for the Eagles now, they're going to see what they can do off of the attempt number 2. No good. Rebound for the Eagles. Fumbles, and now it's Holy Cross. On the other side is Howard. She goes for the pass. Pass is rejected, but she gets it back. But now the Holy Cross is looking to find their mark. Top of the key it is. The 3 deep ball shot. No good. Rebound from the Eagles. It was Watson who hauled it in. She looks to get it back, but instead Howard holds in. And there seemed to be a little bit of aggressiveness on it, but that's the name of the game, baby. That's what happens.
Hey, if Coach G calls your number, that means you better get out
you better
there.
get that ball.
You better scrap.
I am with you.
Otherwise, you get a really good seat right here next to me.
Absolutely, exactly. There you are. And I mean, for the team now, timeout is called, end of the quarter, and both teams starting off in a promising direction, but Holy Cross is certainly looking better as they are scoring more and they're getting stops. That's the name of the game, is getting stops, making sure that when Central does have good opportunities, the turnovers, they stop them. That's what they've been doing. Central's been doing good since I have made my appearance here at stopping them, but capitalizing on the other end, they're also getting stopped.
What I also like to see in a game like this, your bench. You get to have other young ladies who've practiced really hard, get an opportunity in front of the local crowd, in front of their fan base, you get some experience. And I think if they stick with their game plan, as you mentioned, work the ball inside to Hector. She's your horse tonight. You're going to have to ride her, saddle her up and ride her. And the streakiness, and I love how Mars moves without the ball. I think some other complementary players in Munden and Rodriguez coming in, and even Watson coming in off the bench and Spalding them. They'll get back to what we recognize and have grown accustomed to is Springfield Golden Eagles ladies basketball.
Absolutely, and under Coach James G now once more for the Eagles. As you did mention, senior number 22, Angela Hector. She is obviously under a lot of pressure here at Hoophall, but that only brings in success, so we'll see how that caters. Now getting back into it, we start off the second quarter. Your score is 12-4 with Holy Cross leading the way. Ball was turned over.
Second quarter of action is brought to you by our good friends at the Army National Guard. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many soldiers and those families that support them. And for those of you who are veterans like myself, salute to you for your service.
We thank you for your service, Tony. For the Eagles, they're going to inbound out to the wing. Open shot. It is up. No good. Can't get the board, but she's able to follow through. Not able to put it back up. But that was still a great play from DeJesus in general to show tenacity. Holy Cross now looking to do something, but travel is called. That's going to send it right back to the other side. Golden Eagles ball.
And that's all a credit to the pressure.
Absolutely.
Make them think. Deny the passing lane. Get in there.
Make
hustle,
them think.
hustle.
Absolutely.
Move your feet. Cut
Make
off.
them use that brain. Mars to facilitate. And they call a travel once more. That was on Grimes. It's really cool looking at the roster, seeing that there's a lot of sophomores and juniors as well, and freshmen, a couple freshmen. So it's nice to see diversity in class, not just, skill. Now for Holy Cross, there was an open shot in the corner set up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Eagles will take possession.
I like this set here where they're going to spread it a little bit, make them come to them, and look for that outlet pass.
Yeah, and that's
Gotta
always
look
a
for that outlet.
great setup too to get across is an outlet pass.
Look down as she's surveying the court, very smartly moving from side to side to set it up. She could coast all the way on this one.
And a
there we
great
go.
setup from Mars. Put back attempt is up and good off the glass, in for two. That's number 2, Jada Watson. As you mentioned, off the bench, presence is felt. Great move right there.
More of that.
More of that. I'm with you.
More of that.
Great setup, and obviously, like I said, putbacks are always important to really, really capitalize on because it shows that you're paying attention when everyone else isn't. You
Right.
take your shot, you follow instantly. And that's exactly what Jada Watson was able to do right there. Score now 6-12, 6-point game.
As they rest Hector, here's a chance for them to really, get some good, valuable minutes out of the bench players.
Absolutely, and that's the most crucial time is being able to play well when you have your bench in. And like you said, resting your best players. You're going to rest Hector, you're going to rest Mars, and you're hopefully going to be able to get them back in. I know Mars is in now, but you're going to be able to get them back in at some point and still be on top and have a less of a deficit to worry about. Howard's free throw attempt is good. That's going to increase this lead now. As this is definitely a better start for the Eagles, but they're going to continue to foul here, so they have to watch that. That's always the thing to watch is sending your opponents to the line for free. You don't want to get into the bonus early. That attempt is no good from Howard. Eagles have it now. Here is Mars. The screen is used, rolls to the corner, shot is up, rebound for Holy Cross. On to the other end now. Ball is out of bounds. It remains their ball. We've got just over 6 minutes here in the first half, Tony. We're seeing, as we just mentioned, both teams kind of finding their place now. What do you have to say to Holy Cross to maintain this lead and continue winning?
Keep the pressure, keep that foot on the pedal. Don't change anything you're doing at this point.
Yeah.
Look for the best shot opportunity. Work that clock.
I agree.
Sit
Work
on that
clock.
lead. Work that
Just
clock.
like they're doing right now. Great ball movement. Making sure that the Eagles are watching. But, hey, they're called again with another travel, and that's going to be something they have to curve.
We're seeing some really good basketball as both teams are settling in.
Absolutely.
And I love the substitution and
High
rotation.
stakes.
And fundamentally sound.
I agree. For the Eagles, they're able to inbound it off, and now they're going to look to get past the press.
Definitely making the guards use both hands.
Yeah, and that's always smart. DeJesus gets it for two, though. She's able to force her way into the paint and get the bucket. 8-13 your score now for Holy Cross. They're looking to get some action going. It's Nabel. She passes it out. Another pass onto the wing. The Eagles are there to contest. The double team is there once more. Now the open shot is set up, but the defense is scorching hot as the Eagles have it once more. They're looking to put some points on the board, and they continue that right there. It was almost a turnover, but now they call a double dribble.
Well, the illegal dribble stops that progress, but substitutions again are now in as we have a player that needs a little of a medical attention, and I'd like to thank our physical therapists on both teams for all that they do here.
Crucial,
and, great
crucial
school.
position, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
great school for that right here at Springfield College.
Yes.
Both
For
see
the
so
men's.
many majors. If you're interested in higher ed, consider Springfield College.
Yeah, absolutely. Now for the Eagles, they will get the ball back, looking to get back on top. Here is Mars. She calls for motion, passes it off and rolls, and now another screen is set. Ball almost lost, but found on the wing. Shot is up, no good. That was Watson, who was set up pretty perfectly there.
I like the rotation, just a little too much on that shot, but
Yeah.
great shot.
Great shot, great shot.
You
You
want
have
to
to
take
take
that
it.
shot.
You have to
take
take it.
that shot. They dare you to shoot it.
They dare you
You're
to
wide
shoot
open,
it, yeah.
and you're set underneath with folks in the post. That's when you want to get a shot, not when there's no.
Exactly. No, I'm with you. And also, I mean, one thing to always mention, I mean, this is, I don't know, yeah, I can't tell you, maybe my 6th or 7th year doing this. And every single game, not just year, every game, you will see the players shoot from 2 lines back. And it may have a negative effect as a travel is called once more to give the Eagles another opportunity. But as I mentioned, when the players take three-pointers, they don't really take the black three-point line, that first black three-point line. That's the shot that they can take, and it will count as 3, but usually they decide to take from the red, which might result in air balls.
Is that the Curry effect on the game?
It's the Curry effect. It absolutely is. It's undoubtedly the Curry effect for the Eagles. They're able to get to the line again. That was a great play from Darvin Martin, able to draw some action and now get some free-point opportunities.
And that Curry was not the spice.
No, no.
For those of us who are hunger striking like myself
Steph
on the Daniel
Curry.
fan.
Oh, I'm
Steph
hungry.
Curry nonetheless.
The Curry effect. It really is. I mean, since I've started watching basketball, the perception of the three-point shot has just changed tremendously. It went from a skill to a necessity. And, I mean, that's where we are now. I mean, if you want to play fast-paced basketball, usually when it's efficient, it's a lot of threes, especially in the collegiate and professional level. For the Eagles, another opportunity at the line. 0 for 2. Holy Cross gets the rebound. On to the other side is Howard once more. As Tony counted out, she has definitely been a star for the team and certainly manning the offense. Howard once more gets the pump fake from deep. Shot no good. Rebound for Holy Cross, but foul is drawn. She will go to the line, and that will be a good opportunity for the team once more to continue this lead. Layla Torres will get the opportunity.
Love the tenacity underneath. You definitely check her palm for
I'm
the
with you.
Spalding print.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah, she definitely got all ball and some arm on that one.
Yeah, I think I heard it from here. First shot is up and no good. And again, once as we always bring it up, you have opportunities in this game, free throws, turnovers, layups, whatever. We've seen a couple layups miss, and we've seen a couple free throws miss. And that's all stuff that you can, brush off in the first half, but once the fourth quarter comes around and the deficit's tight, you definitely look back at the early parts of the game and wonder, hey, maybe we should have done this better. We should have been prepped a little more on that end. For Holy Cross, that shot is no good, but ball goes out of bounds on the Eagles. Couldn't bring in the rebound, so they're going to get another opportunity to score.
Now Hector returns to the Lady
That'll be big for them.
Golden Eagles lineup, so her force, her presence will be made right off, as
Absolutely.
you see.
And for the Eagles, they look to navigate a turnover for them. Layup attempt no good on the other side, coast to coast, but now Howard has it. And it was a good setup for them. No, don't get me wrong. Mars was able to, at least put it up. But no foul drawn and no bucket. So it's a negative for them in my book. Three-point shot is up, no good. Rebound for Mars. She stays with it, shoved on the board. So that's going to be a foul, and they'll get the ball in a little calmer setting as they get to inbound. Mars will be sent to get some rest. Coming in for her will be number 3, Dasani Austin.
Today's game is brought to you by our good friends at Gatorade, the official soft drink of the Hoophall Classic. We'd like to thank Gatorade
It's a good
for
drink.
all their support.
All the electrolytes to be refilled here at this sweaty performance for the Eagles now. They're going to slow it down. Dasani in the corner for 3, shot no good. Ballard attempt. I thought that she was able to haul it in, not able to, unfortunately. Now Holy Cross has it. Howard, layup off the glass, no good. Eagles rebound, she hauls it in. I thought it was going to be a turnover, thankfully not. Goes out of bounds, Eagles ball. They're going to have the opportunity once again to slow it down and get an inbound, so you don't have to worry about that fast pace. And that is definitely a pleasure, is getting the inbound opportunity rather than having to get across the shot clock.
Absolutely. For those of you just joining us, it's the Central Golden Eagles here from Springfield, Massachusetts, against our opponents on this evening, the Holy Cross High School Crusaders out of Waterbury, Connecticut. Your score is 13-8 as the Golden Eagles are nicking away at that lead. Cyril, you
right
look
there,
up now.
Jalen Garvin Martin gets another bucket to make it a 3-point deficit for the Eagles as Tony was bringing it up, and that's great to see for them. 3-point shot attempt for the Crusaders is no good. They bring in the rebound once more in the corner. Now to Howard at the top with a deep 3. Shot is off the mark, and they're going to bring in the rebound, and a foul will be called. That was Hector, who once again brings in the board. And you pointed it out right when I got here that she's going to be a force to be reckoned with on the boards and offensively, and she's been great for the Eagles.
And you have to make that adjustment because the boards equal, an outlet pass or the start of the offense, and she gets back on the offensive set. She's a good target. She's
Absolutely.
A big target
Big
where
target.
she runs the floor well, and right here.
And there it is for the Eagles. They're able to easily
Boom!
dash it in. That's Jalen Garvin Martin once more on the other side, cutting it to a 1-point game. She's absolutely contributing and adding the blocks and puzzle pieces into play.
That's the Hector effect.
The Hector effect. I love it.
What the heck?
What the heck? For the Crusaders now, the shot is up, no good. The board is there, and so is the defense. It hits the top of the basket. They're going to call, I believe, a violation, and they'll send it to the Eagles.
There again, the Hector effect.
The Hector
She
effect.
had to shoot it high and up over her,
Had
and
to send an
alternating
arch.
her shot, and it caught the top of the structure, which is out of bounds.
Garvin Martin is going to bring things down for the Eagles. As I have previously mentioned, she's got 2 consecutive buckets, putting the Eagles in a nice position. Right now it's Grimes. She hands it off, and it's Watson. Watson to the paint. Big shot attempt, no good. Board now to the Crusaders. They're off to the other side. Pass is deflected, and it will remain Crusaders' ball as they look to now strengthen their lead.
I'm loving the tenacity and the tempo has picked up on the
It
central
has.
side of the house with
100%.
Hector in there. And the big power forward, number 11 in your program this evening, ladies. Grimes has been a contributor with block shots and
Boards.
rebounds and defending in the paint.
Absolutely, great call right there. There'll be a jump ball, and the Eagles will get their ball back. As Tony mentioned, we really have just seen a lot of great presence. I think the defense has taken a severe turn in the last 2 minutes for the Eagles as it's opened up the opportunity to get back in this game. Now for the Eagles, they will be bringing it down, looking to score. It's Garvin Martin. And now Mondong. She has it on the wing. Pass it out to Dasani. Dasani holds on to it.
Look at the hustle.
I know, I love the hustle from Dasani Austin.
Oh,
Able to hold on to it at the top of the key to bring it in. Holds it back to the top.
love the feistiness.
Absolutely, and I'm appreciating the ball movement on this end as they're able to at least try to set up the looks now for the Eagles. They'll go to the line. They have that bonus. and it will be Watson. First shot is good, and just like that, folks, we have a tie game courtesy of Jada Watson.
Well, we have our first lead change is the question.
Will we? We do. Great
And
call.
we
14-13 as the Eagles take the lead with 1:05 to go in the first half. Tony, we've seen a little resurgency from Coach James G's Golden Eagles, and I think that they can continue. What do you say?
Absolutely. I love the coaching and the substitution, the pure grit that's being displayed by these ladies.
They forced that deep three right there as well. As I mentioned, these players are kind of just no thoughts taking these deep threes, and I'm curious. I want to start tallying how many behind the necessary line they take and how many they miss, you know? Because it will be a big thing to think about.
Absolutely. The difference between what is the black line
and the red line, yeah.
the red line.
Yeah. I mean, if you're taking it 2 feet behind the red line, that is a deep three ball. That is a deep three ball.
That's at least a large party-sized pizza from
Yes. Now I want a party-sized pizza from wherever. I don't care. The first attempt is good, and the second one is up and no good. There's a call. There'll be a lane violation, so there's going to be a setup to another opportunity, which is big.
We'll see if she's able to capitalize Munden on this one and push that lead a little further for the Central Golden Eagles.
Test the waters on a one-possession lead, as now it is 16-13 with less than a minute to go in the half. The Crusaders have it as it's Howard. She has been playing a long half, sets up another three-point attempt, this time deep, gets it to go. That's a great shot from number 13, Isabella Lombardo.
Bang!
Bang, as Mike Breen would say, a steal from Howard. This is the high offense they want, passing it away. Once more is Bevegnu, finding again the three attempt. This time it's off the marks. She follows through, doesn't get the rebound, but it's Howard, puts it up, not able to get it to go. It's going to go out of bounds and remain Crusaders ball. We've got less than 20 seconds to go in the first half, and things have turned around in some degree as it's 16-13 Eagles. That was a fast-paced little possession.
I like it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I want to see what they're going to come with on this defensive.
Absolutely. We'll see it around. On the wing is Howard. She ricks it off to Lombardo. Deep three attempt, no good. Mars on the board. As there's 5 seconds, I was going to get into the countdown, but there is now a turnover, and it will be Crusaders ball. They've got 5 seconds to go in the half. We'll see what they go for. They could tie it up with a three-pointer.
As mentioned, we're moments from the halftime, brought to you by our good friends at Springfield College.
Howard puts up the shot attempt before the buzzer sounds and does not get it to go. 13-16 your score heading into half. I am Ciro Zanetti, joined by
Tony Petaway.
And this is Focus Springfield.
We'll take a brief pause for the pause, and we'll be back. Are back. A minor adjustment made to the scoreboard as there was one tick on the clock off and one smidget of a point missed during the pregame.
Yes.
And we're tied.
We are now tied.
16 all.
This is a big deal. So now for the Crusaders, they have the opportunity to take the lead, getting things going. After a very promising first half for both teams, we'll see where the direction of this game goes to. First attempt is no good, but as Tony always points out, we got a big tank in the paint. That was Mars to haul it in. Or Hector, sorry. Angela Hector to haul it in. Now for the Crusaders, after they force the miss, they're going to be able to get another opportunity to score as Howard swishes that three in smoothly. That's a nice little, do you see the net? Net's stuck there. That's how nice that shot was.
Well, she picks up where she left off at the first half.
Yes, with the three ball, Shania Howard. She's a senior, so she's got a lot to really leave here. This is a big game for her. She's got 10 of her own, and she's got to be the general for the team as they now have a 3-point lead. But going to the line for the Eagles will be number 4, Jalen Garvin-Martin.
Garvin-Martin has had a good game thus far.
She has.
She has come in and contributed monumental minutes.
Yeah, she also had crucial foul shots in the first quarter, or sorry, the second quarter. Like you said, that monumentally helped them get back into this game. So her presence has been felt as she has another opportunity to get a free throw in, and she does. 17-19 your score now. The Crusaders take over.
For those of you just joining us, I'm Tony Petaway, and I'm joined by the one, the only.
I'll be the one and only Cyril Zanetti, only if Tony Petaway is announcing me. For the Eagles, they're able to get it to go once more. That was Hector. And now they force the travel, and the Eagles will get the ball back.
A correction on that one. That was
sorry.
Mars.
Mars.
The heck effect.
The heck effect. That's exactly what we got to call it. I love it. The heck effect.
And we had someone adjust the nets on the other end, as you indicated, with the 3-point shot from the left side. Makes the swish, and the nets go snap.
Snap. Absolutely. Here is Mars. She finds Hector. Back. Well, I thought it was going to be a steal. Now they draw the foul. And again, this is a pretty high-paced start for the teams as we're seeing fouls, and that's always got to show heart, you know. Obviously, sometimes it can show maybe a little too much heart and less collectiveness, but you definitely want to be aware that you're fouling that much early on. Travel is called, and the Eagles will turn over once more, giving the Crusaders another opportunity quickly.
But I love this brand of basketball. It's below the rim, high intensity, and they're putting it all on the floor, literally. As
they are.
We will see.
Absolutely. And Mataboni looked to set up the pass. That was deflected. That will remain Crusaders' ball. It'll be Lombardo on the inbound.
This third quarter action brought to you by Panini.
Oh, nice. Great card company if you are into basketball cards. And, yeah, shout out Panini for sponsoring the Hoophall Classic. Another foul is called, and that will give an inbound attempt. It'll be Lombardo on the inbound. Early in the quarter, or I was going to say earlier in the game, we saw a lot of three-point attempts, and it took a while to really see them get it going. But since then, we've actually seen quite a lot of the points produced be from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they had to take a couple of shots to adjust their,
exactly.
You know.
Absolutely.
You know, when you go to the firing range, you have to zero your weapon.
Yes,
you do.
3
shots, and then
you do. Yes, focus. And now for the Eagles, they're going to look. I thought they were going to look for the three-point attempt. They don't. Instead, they set it up at the top of the key. The shot is no good on the bounce. Crusaders ball. Mataboni's going to slow it down. She now looks for the pass attempt to Howard in the corner. 3 is up, no good. And there it is, the heck effect. Hector on the board. Mars now with it on the other end. Off the glass,
Mars!
in for 2. There's the lead for the Eagles. And that's a great possession for the team. You're capitalizing on a fast break, and that's the way to do it. They're going to call the foul on Mars to slow things down and set up another inbound, but we're getting close to another bonus, I think.
Yeah, it's a foul situation, 3-2 at this particular point. Your score 21-19. Just a 2-point differential in this one.
Tight game.
Really good action. The turnaround.
Nice fadeaway attempt, no good. Hector looks to haul in the board, but it's Mars who's able to lunge. She grabs it, and now on the other end is Rodriguez. Looks to haul it in. Rodriguez gets it, handoff, travel, and that's going to be a turnover. That was a little too clear. Just another, fast break mess up. That's very, very common in basketball. It's fast break. You don't always have the ability to plant your feet. Now it's Mataboni bringing it on the other end. Beautiful way to get across the court. And Howard has it. Nice bounce pass in the paint, off the glass, no good. Howard follows through, no good. Once more, the Eagles have it. and a foul will be called. You got to love the effort from Howard, though. She's there when she misses to put up another attempt, but the Eagles ultimately get it back.
I tell you, Mars is all over the court.
She is.
And on it,
She
literally.
is.
She's
And I
been
mean, with
on
the red
floor.
shoes, it really helps to notice who she is. But she's been, like you said, like a vigilante out there, everywhere that she needs to be. She'll be getting a break now as the Eagles take in some substitutions. As we see Mundan coming on.
They gain a ball handler with this one, and they go big as they have.
Now Crusaders will take ball. As I thought it was the Eagles on the inbound, so there was confusion there. They get the ball. Now on the corner to the wing is Howard. Will she swing? Now on the wing to the other side is Mataboni. Deep three. Shot is good. Gets it to go. Now they have a lead.
We're going back and forth.
Back and
Fourth
forth.
and back on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Say it again. Back and forth, fourth and back. 22-21 your score, and there's another turnover in the game. So the Crusaders have the ball now.
We'd like to shout out our crew and keeping
As
us
always.
in focus here at Focus.
In focus,
Springfield.
at focus.
Our director this evening, Josue Vasquez. Camera one, Yesenia Almonte, joined by Bobby Markham.
Yeah.
Alejandro,
Woo.
Carmen,
Woo.
and at the baseline, holding us down, George Anderson.
Woo.
And play-by-play, your very own Cyril Zanetti,
Oh.
and I'm Tony Petaway.
The man, the myth, the Tony. And now it's Rodriguez for the Eagles. Or sorry, De Jesus. She hands it off to Mendan.
Let's see.
Hector now finding her way to Watson. Watson on the elbow, heavily defended. That presence was felt. Her shot no good. Rebound for the Crusaders. They're on to the other end. It's Lombardo to swing it to Mataboni, to Howard. She holds on to it. Back to Mataboni, to the elbow, to Howard for three. Gets it to go. Beautiful setup, and that's great basketball from the Crusaders. 25-21 your score now.
Someone closed the door on that.
Seriously.
That's what happened because the Heat is
That was
really
beautiful. That was a great play. I love plays like that really anticipate who's going to get the shot. I mean, you saw the hurl pass from across court to Mataboni. Mataboni had to fall back and then throw it up to Howard. Howard able to find her way, gets that three to go, and they're looking good, man. 4-point lead is big for a quick game that we've seen many one-point possessions.
As they reduce the moisture on the playing surface, we'll give you a little update. Join us throughout the week for more basketball action here at Springfield College. Join us for game number 2 as we will be in action for the 7 o'clock offering where the Holyoke Knights will be in action against Pope Francis from Springfield, Massachusetts. That should be a good crosstown battle. For those of you up here in the bird's eye seats, we're super excited about this opportunity to
Absolutely.
entertain you with our light humor and what we know and care about the game. We'd like to thank our good friends for the Focus Springfield apparel.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming soon, so
I can't
stay
wait.
tuned.
I cannot wait for that. We love Focus Springfield. We love all the people here. And now, as always, we love basketball. Getting back to it will be number 20, Ariana De Jesus, to bring it down for the Eagles. She crosses the court and will now swing it out to the wing, to the corner. Shot attempt is up. It's good. Count it. There's another lead cut. And for the Eagles, that's a big shot.
For Munden.
For Munden. Big shot. The Crusaders now have it to Mataboni, to Howard for three. Cannot get it to go. Ball is attempted to be boarded by the Eagles, but it goes out on Munden, and it will be Crusaders ball. We have 3 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the third quarter. A lot of possession changes in this game, specifically here in the third quarter as that pass is going to go out of bounds and will be ruled a tip, or will it be ruled a turnover? It'll be ruled a turnover, so Eagles ball, and now they'll have Watson on the inbound as she gets it across to Rodriguez.
Well, she has a very guard-centric setup here.
Yeah.
3 guards out here. They want to move the ball around and probably use some of the perimeter and get those perimeter shots as they'll work it inside to Hector when it's available.
100%.
And right back outside.
Absolutely, Tony.
And there you go. Work to perfection
Great
on
way
that
to
one.
predict that, Tony. You definitely saw what the vision was anticipating, and that 3 is once more good. And the Eagles take a nice lead, Tony. 2 points once again.
Great basketball being played this second half. As we notice, they have settled in and are playing their game. They're playing within their offenses.
Absolutely, I'm with you. Both teams have settled in, and that's a great way to, cap up how we have seen both teams play. As there's a whistle on the floor, we have a 2-point game and a couple turnovers in that time being. There is a timeout called by the Eagles, as both teams are actually, the Eagles have used quite a few timeouts today. They've used 3.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many supporters, beginning with each and every one of YOU and our viewing audience. Thank you for tuning in to Focus Springfield channels 12, 15, and 17 for information in or around the greater Springfield area and some things outside. We'd like to thank our many sponsors, beginning with Morgan Stanley, Panini, Spalding, the official game ball of the Hoophall Classic here at Springfield College. We'd like to thank Springfield College for being our gracious host this 2025 season. And, of course, the men and women who serve our fine militia in the Army National Guard. And if you are interested in a career with the National Guard, give them a call or log on at their website. I'm sure there'll be a recruiter around the corner looking for you.
I'd have to attest, yeah, absolutely. And what's really cool about Springfield in general is if you attend Springfield Central High School, you have the opportunity to participate in AFJ ROTC, which I was able to do for 4 years. And again, encouraging on the military aspect, thanking everyone for their service. Back to it now for the Eagles will be number 20, De Jesus, to hand it off. And now it will be a shot attempt from Rodriguez that's off the marks, and the Crusaders look to hold on to it. It's Mataboni to hand it off now, and it's Lombardo who gets it back to Mataboni. And she's going to attempt to drive, and instead, ball knocked out, goes out of bounds, and it's Crusaders. Ball on the inbound will be Benvegnu. I like the forearm band. That's classic. That's like 2000s basketball. and one. I was going to say that the armband was like and one. And for Howard, she is going to get an and one, and hopefully she can convert it.
That was somewhat of a foreshadowing allocation.
It was. I know. I mean, that's basketball for you. 27-27, your updated score with another Shania Howard basket, as she's got 15 of them things. 27-27, your score, looking to take the lead.
Well, since we're talking food, can she complete the 2-piece with the drink?
With the drink, she does.
She does.
She does. 28-27 will be your score now, as the Crusaders once again take the lead. And Tony, this is certainly cooking. this is a fun game. It's getting there for sure.
And the more puns that are intended, the
I shouldn't have
hungry
even
I
said
am
that.
getting.
Now I want pizza. The Eagles have it once more, and it's Mundan who hands it off to Hector. All the way across is a shot attempt that is no good. That will send it back to the Crusaders' ball. It's Mataboni.
1-point differential.
It's a close game, Tony, and it has been this entirety. As we look to see a communication or miscommunication, Howard recovers in the corner to the other side. Shot is up, and it's good from Benvegnu. Great shot as they put 2 points on the board to take another lead.
As the crowd is getting into this one, as are both the coaches who are up off their feet.
Absolutely. And for the Eagles right there, you could see an attempt to maybe tie it up with the three-ball attempt, but there was some sort of purpose to not take that shot, and now it pays off as it sets up a foul attempt in the long run. Going to the line for the Eagles will be number 2, Jada Watson. Thank you, Tony.
Oh, we're a team.
We are a team.
We're a tag team.
We got a long roster for the Crusaders, as they have a lot of players in comparison. I mean, both sides. Oh, no, this is crossed out. I was going to say, what's going on?
I had a chance to talk with the coaches pregame. She goes, "Give me that thing."
Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
Where'd you get this? Well, it was handed to me.
That's awesome. Both shots, unfortunately, no good for the Eagles, as they will now still be down 3. It's Mataboni with the bounce pass into the paint.
Lovely
Beautiful setup,
pass.
goes to the line, and I love that call out, Tony. Lovely pass from Mataboni, and she goes and sets up her teammate Layla Torres as she goes to the line again tonight.
That was almost Showtime Lakerish.
It was. That's that magic bounce pass. There's some influence there. I love a good bounce pass. When I was getting into basketball, I always wanted to perfect that. That from Steve Nash and Magic for sure. It's always fun on a breakaway.
At the line, number 14, Layla Torres
The freshman.
for the Crusaders.
It's always cool to have the opportunity to be so young and play at such a prestigious tournament here in Springfield. Not only in Springfield, at Springfield College, but the birthplace of basketball all the way back to 1891 with James Naismith, making a fun little game for the military men to do some cool stuff in their pastime. Has now become one of the greatest sports known to man. The free throws attempts were no good, but the board was there from Hector. As the Eagles now have it, they look to get back into this thing.
Munden wisely
Beautiful
puts the
attempt.
shot
I love
up.
that. And that was a close shot too. So that's there's no regret there. She draws the foul, and Munden goes to the line.
And if you are in and around the Springfield area, we encourage you at your leisure to see the Basketball Hall of Fame, a museum dedicated to the aforementioned likes of those who've been enshrined, like Steve Nash, as you mentioned, Magic Johnson, the Jordans, the 92 team, the 72 women's Olympic team, and so many others who've contributed, either via media, like what we're doing here.
You're so right.
Writers.
No, I can't attest even more. And honestly, the best thing too is if they do go to the Hall of Fame, they have a pretty good opportunity to see my face, you know? As the bucket
and
is
there's
good. That's
the bonus!
The heck effect. There it is. As they get back into it, tying it up 30-30 with less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Howard has it for the Crusaders off of the legs of Hector, and now Mundan on the other side of the court gets it off the glass
good.
for 2. That's a lead for the Eagles. Less than 30 to go now here for the Crusaders. It's been Vegnu, bounce pass, stolen from Mars. She's out of this planet. Another turnover for the Eagles. Great bounce pass attempt, but doesn't follow through, as there is the deflection, or not the deflection, the miscommunication, and it will be Crusaders' ball.
Yeah, she had a little bit too much mustard for that hot dog.
Yeah, I'm with you. Too much mustard on that hot dog. You like more ketchup or mustard?
I'm a mustard guy.
I like mustard. I like them both, though. You got to have them both. Got to have them both. Maybe some relish.
There's something to be said about the chopped onions, though.
I like chopped onions. Oh, beautiful attempt from Mars as she was trying to steal. Doesn't get it to go. It's Howard now on the other end of the paint. Puts up that fade attempt again. Can't get it to go while she does beat the buzzer. 32-30, your score right now heading into the fourth quarter, Tony.
I'm loving what I'm seeing and experiencing this here with you. Spiro is always a treat.
Gotta take a break.
Yes, and as we look around the arena, we see so many of the local well-wishers and those who played this game at this level and above to come back and take in the bird's eye view, the up close and personals, as we indicated earlier, the Hector family, and seeing Mr. Andre King Jr. Stand out. Those many great years he played basketball at the high school level.
Saw some central principals on the screen.
Oh, absolutely.
I saw they put the camera on Julius Worthy.
Awesome.
James Worthy. Julius and
Julius
Travis
Walker?
Reed, yes.
Yeah. Julius
Travis
Walker,
Reed.
Travis, yeah.
The principals, they're
Great
over there
guys.
in the right.
Great guys. Had Julius as a student at the High School of Commerce. Standout
really
basketball
nice.
player, and quite the football player.
I was going to say, he's always had his hand on the coaching staff since he's been there with the football team as well. And honestly, when I first got there, he was one of the first people to give me an opportunity. He let me take some photos for the football team one summer. It was really cool. I was a young kid that was 14 and loved sports, and that was kind of the start of things for me. And shout out to the Central and specifically Julius Walker. But back to it now. The Crusaders start off with the ball, starting it off. Here we have a 32-30 game. This has been very high-paced in these last 2 quarters as the teams have totally found their mark. There's going to be a travel called on Mataboni, as that's just fast-paced basketball. It's ensured to happen. Both teams have their stars out, and now will be Watson inbounding it. She gets it back after the inbound into Mondone. Watson spin moves around, but the double team is too much as Howard has it onto the other side to tie it up, can't get it to go. And instead, for the Crusaders, it was a Lombardo rebound, but now it's onto the other end. The Eagles off the glass, no good. Rebound attempt from Mars is saved, but it's going to go out of bounds ultimately. It seems like there's definitely some disagreement between James G. and the referee on whether or not that was out of bounds. But
that was quick in its haste.
That was a quick call.
But he was calling out a command to Watson to get
back.
back.
Okay, I got you.
And here he is. He brought the trap. He's like, look,
there it is.
prepared.
I mean, it's a great setup for them. They just got to make sure that they have the corners trapped because you don't want to open 3. As they have been capitalizing on that is the Crusaders. Foul is called as it will be blocking. And there seems to be some talking between the players.
Mars has no give up, no give down. And
yeah.
You may be the big bad senior, but welcome to Mars.
Welcome to Mars. Welcome to my planet. I mean, both teams have had their share of performances, but for the Eagles, it's been nothing but excellence between Angela Hector and Giovanna Mars, as they've both been very present defensively and offensively, getting the ball on both ends of the court.
Well, as we settle in with a smidget more than 7 minutes of high school hoop action here at the Hoophall Classic, we ask that you don't go anywhere and don't you adjust that dial or touch that remote.
Don't you do it. We'll find out. We'll find a way to find out. But on the other end is Mars for
Apollo 13 splashdown.
I love it. And they have, I mean, the Eagles are really getting back into it. They have a 5-point lead now off of the Mars tray ball. And now it's Howard to haul it in off the glass, in for 2 and 1.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
I can do better.
Anything
you can do, I can do better. And it's going to be Shania Howard once more getting to the line with 17 points next to her name, looking to get 3 points of her own to respond to that setup from Mars. And I mean, just to go back into that play in general, I love a fast-paced turnaround 3 ball. And the shot is no good, but the rebound is
snatched away by guess who?
Hector takes it back.
That's what we call the
what?
Here.
The heck effect.
The heck effect.
We're making trademarks and slogans left and right, Tony. That's what we do around here.
Merch coming soon.
Merch coming soon, exactly. Now we have a 3-point game for the Eagles as they are up for the Crusaders. It's Mataboni handing it off to 31, Quinn Berry. It's Howard on the wing. She pressures, but there will be a foul on the ground.
Yep. That one was waved off.
Waved off.
We'd like to acknowledge the officials on this evening. It's not an easy game with a...
It is not. Hence why there's more than one of them. Berry with the pass set up in the paint, off the glass, in for 2. Fundamental, baby. That was Maddie Nabel. Very good setup for the Crusaders to get back in this game. 1 point.
And a blown defensive assignment on the left hand.
Absolutely. And you know what? I give credits to Berry to not take that shot, to set up her teammate for an even better opportunity.
Good basketball IQ on that one.
I'm with you. Here's Garvin Martin. To the corner is Mars. Mars takes the dribble, pulls up for 3, off the glass, no good. Rebound to Mataboni. Mataboni has it as the defense is there. She does find her man open, and it's Howard who puts up a shot, no good. Rebound goes to Watson. As that was a hustle-worthy rebound. Well, Tony, we have, again, just under 6 minutes to go in this game. We started this game when I rushed my behind up the stairs and finally was able to start calling. The Eagles were pretty far behind. They were down more than, I believe it was an 8-point possession.
Exactly, an 8-point difference, yeah.
And they've certainly turned things around with now a 1-point lead. Tony, what do you really think they've done so well that's really put them where they are for the viewers that are just now joining?
It's the tenacity of the defense. They're getting to their points. They're anticipating the passing lanes. They're filling the lanes.
That's the best way to say it.
They're popping it in and out to Heck to slow the offense, letting Mars control the tempo between her and Munden. Mars just took a seat on the substitution.
Yeah,
we'll see what
you made
Rodriguez
a good point about it,
brings.
too, as well. Earlier in the game, you brought up them resting Mars and resting Hector when needed, as Hector once more gets a rebound, put back attempt. She follows with it. She sticks with it, goes to the ground, finds
Let's
an
hear for
open
the
corner,
hustle.
And let's hear for the hustle as the three-point attempt is no good, and the Crusaders get the ball back. But as you said, they've been resting their players, and that's been pretty beneficial as we've seen multiple different faces for the Eagles get buckets. And now it's Hector grabbing that board.
She's on
jump
both
ball.
ends of the court doing
ends.
the same thing.
And for her size, she's super quick. She can get on both ends quicker than anyone. It's very impressive.
Give me that.
Give me that. Give me that. 35-34 your score as the Eagles now have another opportunity, and it will be number 4, Jalen Garvin Martin, bringing things down for the Eagles, as they have, like I said, split up some performances with number 13, number 13, Alasia Mandan, putting up 8 points of her own, which has been helpful. Her shot, no good, but rebound to the Crusaders as Howard has it on the other end in the paint already off the glass. In for 2. That's a lead for the Crusaders, 36-35. Beautiful ball game, 19 points for Shania Howard.
You're watching Comcast Access Television.
Comcast.
Focus.
Focus Springfield, and 4-3 is number 5, Noelani Rodriguez, as that's a big point for her to get things back into it for the Eagles. 38-36, they have the lead, but now Mataboni draws the foul, and I need a breather. Whew.
Community Access Television at its absolute best.
It is. This is all free. This is easy. If you're from the area, you can see some great basketball, just as simple as this. And Mataboni goes to the line to have the opportunity to tie things up. That will be crucial for her with 4 minutes to go. This is the big time.
Yes, as the game of basketball has evolved, as we, from Comcast to Xfinity.
Xfinity to Focused. It's crazy.
Well, whose are these?
I don't know. Well, Mataboni's attempts are no good, and now the Eagles have another chance to increase the lead. They're going to swing it out. And now it's back to the top, to the wing, to the top. Far beyond the top, I should say. It's at the half-court mark, really, as Howard's putting on that pressure on Mandan.
Howard has played a great game up
I'd
until
say
this
better
point.
than anyone today.
He had 19 points to show for it.
And
Will
she
they
has
have
that
enough?
defensive presence as well.
Absolutely.
She's there to force turnovers.
Oh.
And right there is another turnover for the Eagles as the Crusaders have it on their end. Mataboni looks to pass, and they're going to call the travel as the pressure is there. That's a great way for the team to get the ball back on a turnover.
Absolutely. You want to stay committed. Stay
Absolutely.
disciplined.
Stay committed.
Stay disciplined. And
Discipline,
stay
that's
in
the
your
best
lane.
way to put it. Great way to put it. You don't want to let any of the clouds around you to bring you down. Stay disciplined and focus on getting that ball back. That's what they did. They're facilitating, finding an open shot, hopefully in the corner. They dish it out again, as now it's on the wing. Rodriguez.
Oh, nice
to
pass.
Hector in the paint.
Nice
She
pass.
sticks
She
with
gets it back.
Has an open opportunity
Again
for the putback. They're going to draw
and draws a foul
on the ground. That's going to be
Three
big.
rebounds
Three
in that.
rebounds. Yeah, she's incredible when it comes to sticking with it and not giving up. You definitely don't want to shoot a shot and turn your back, but Hector does nothing close to that. She shoots her shot and gets the rebound no matter what.
And that's what
Even
we
if
call
she makes it.
the heck effect.
And Rodriguez will inbound for the Eagles.
And to Hector.
To Hector.
Up and under.
Can't finish, but Howard gets the rebound for the Crusaders on the other end now. She's going to go coast to coast, drawing the foul. That's a huge play for the Crusaders. Puts them in a predicament of tying things up with just 3 minutes to go here in this ball game, Tony. 38-36 your score.
This fourth quarter action brought to you by our good friends at Gatorade.
Ooh. Rejuvenate and regain your electrolytes. Howard will be shooting 2. Her first is up and good, as she now has 20 points in today's game. We anticipate more and more heads to roll into the building for this great weekend invitation here at Springfield College. Back to the game, there was no good attempts on the second shot, nor did anything produce on those shot attempts. So now the Eagles have an opportunity to improve their lead as they do off the glass in 4-2. That was number 4, Jalen Garvin Martin, as she has 8 of her own now.
Jalen Garvin Martin has been a great addition to this particular lineup.
I agree.
Having Heck and then going with the substitution, bringing in some size with number 11, Genesis Grimes.
I mean, that was a big shot right there for the Crusaders. That was number 31, Quinn Berry. And honestly, if you look at that play, Hector just seemed to be a little out of breath and wasn't able to really contest it, setting up an easy basket for Berry. And now we have a 1-point game. We see the Hall of Fame being broadcast on the big screens over there. We have the opportunity to once again plug the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. Currently on display is the Vault exhibit, which showcases more than 70 never-before-seen artifacts from the Boston Celtics. This will be available to see till the end of the winter, as they will start rolling out the next Vault exhibit for the summer. If you are interested in the Boston Celtics, it would be a mistake to not see this exhibit or educate yourself on the history of basketball and learn about some of the greats of the game, as Tony mentioned, whether it be players, whether it be coaches, or even contributors like the great Dick Vitale, or even Dick Bavetta as a referee. There's many, many, many homes in the Hall of Fame, and if you visit, you'll easily find that out. And now, Tony, we've got about 2 minutes and 24 seconds to go. The Eagles have a 1-point lead. It's a good lead, but it's not a promising lead. They need to make sure that they continue to play the game that they have been. And overall, I'm excited to see how this finalizes.
So don't you go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't you go
it's
anywhere.
Women's basketball at its absolute best at the high school level. It's Central in white against a formidable foe in Holy Cross of Waterbury, Connecticut. Inside the heck. What the heck?
What the heck? She goes to the line now as she draws the foul. And that's going to be a great opportunity for the Eagles. And as you were saying, though, Tony, we've had a pretty, or not, maybe less as you were saying, but to piggyback, we've had a pretty foul-present night tonight. We've seen a lot of attempts at the free throw line, and we've heard a lot of whistles called for a foul. As Hector's first attempt is no good, still have the ability to make this a 2-point lead.
And smartly using the basketball IQ to take every little bit of that opportunity before shooting the throw.
Take your time.
Breathe,
Get your breath.
rest,
Absolutely.
and get back on defense.
It's the most important thing, because that's what you're going to have to do is instantly get back on defense. So make sure you're tired. Or if you're tired, you're getting your breath.
And
she was able to get the second free throw, and now she forces a turnover, but will be called for a travel. Fast-paced momentum, as again, the Eagles were looking to capitalize, but now they'll have to play some pivotal defense as the Crusaders have the opportunity to either tie it up or take the lead with a 3-pointer.
And now in the corner will be Nabel as she finds Barry on the elbow. Barry pumps back to Nabel. To the top is Mataboni. Mataboni bounce pass to Barry. Barry is going to be, did you see what the call was? I wasn't, seems to be a foul on the other end of things.
Away from the ball.
Away from the ball.
But
always upsetting from a coaching perspective, of course. But what do you think James G is saying now with less than 2 minutes to go? What do you think he's really trying to push for this team?
Keep your head in the game. It's how you posture yourself.
Yeah.
Keep your composure at this
You're
point.
right.
Play Central Golden Eagles ladies basketball. Look for the
Composure.
outlet pass.
I'm with you.
Play defense. Slide your feet.
Yes,
Stay
that's a big
fundamentally
thing for
sound.
sure. And Howard gets that second to go as it's now 41-40, and there is a 1-point lead. They want to speed this up. Yeah, I'm with you. I am with you for sure. They're going to want to speed this up to get some momentum going as they cross the line. And now they're going to go straight to the paint. Beautiful setup, but can't
And
finish.
Hector.
Hector grabs the rebound. She's stripped. And now it's Crusaders' ball. Whistle called, timeout, and I think that's a smart timeout. That's a great timeout. Hasn't taken one all half, and that's going to be a great opportunity for his team to really, or their team, sorry, to really get things going. I mean, it's always important, it's always important to know that this is a timed game. This is a timed game. We got to know what to do in this X amount of time.
But I love the basketball IQ of the guard going right to the paint.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you got to take that shot. Even if you
gotta
don't
go.
make it, you
Go
got
to
to
the
do
paint.
that. That was a really good game time decision. You know what I
And
mean?
you have Heck on your side, so
Yes,
even with
I'm
the
with
missed
you.
shot, you get the rebound. They weren't able to put the basketball back in.
There's
or
still
score the
positive to
basket.
take away.
There it is.
Yeah, there's still positive to take away. You're up one for sure. One thing I'm noticing now, I look to the right. What do they got this WWE Titantron entrance over there now with the like the metal gates in case they want to have like a royal entrance? That's kind of cool. Everyone have a new theme song or something. But anyways, off my tangent. With 1 minute and 23 to go, Tony, this is a important exhibition game for both teams, and I'm very excited to see how the pacing plays out as momentum has been very, very telling.
Yes, you're watching Focus Springfield, ladies and gentlemen, our community access television here in Springfield, Massachusetts. Log on.
If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment. Let us know that you're watching and you made it this far. Say what's up. Back to it now. Mataboni will take things for the Crusaders. And for the Eagles, they have number 4, Jalen Garvin Martin, playing defense. She's called for a foul, and that will be big for the Eagles. Again, you want to make sure you're not setting yourself up in a bonus with a lead. You know what I mean? You don't want to be up and blow a lead specifically because you're giving free points up left and right. But now in this bonus gives Mataboni the position to tie things up in a 1-1 bonus opportunity.
No pressure.
No pressure. Or it's not 1-1. She gets 2 shots. So right there, first shot no good. Still has opportunity to tie things up.
Substitution. Mars rejoins the
That's
Central
big.
Golden.
That's
Lineup.
big, Tony.
You get that splasher and who will get the ball and can go end to end.
And with a minute to go, that's going to be when you use most of your energy. That shot is good for Mataboni. Tie game for the Eagles. Here's Garvin Martin bringing things down for them. Screen is used. That's a big-time screen. She goes to the paint, draws the foul. That's great. Foul called. They're going to go to the line. And as you mentioned earlier, when you take that initiative as a point guard to go to the paint, I think that's such a great move to pull off if you can master it. And I think that she really is, as that's her second attempt. And now, instead of a miss now, she gets to go to the line.
As she settles in, nothing but cotton on that one.
Nothing but net. 42-41 your score now. And that's a big shot to make. We always talk about foul shots because what are they, Tony?
Free throws.
They're free. They're free. You don't want to give up on free stuff. Capitalize on it. And here is the second attempt. Shot no good. Rebound for the Crusaders. That's going to be a big one for Nabel. And
Here
now
comes the
Mataboni
trap.
has it. Yeah, the trap is going to be necessary as Garvin Martin is stepping up. The handoff to Howard. Howard was looking at Mataboni in the corner, but instead she holds on to it. Howard to 10 to the corner. for three. It's up and it's good. That was a great setup. Isabella Lombardo. Cash. They take the lead, 44-42 with 39 seconds to go. This is a big game. Howard falls.
He's going all the
Garvin
way.
Martin to the paint, but the shot is called back with the foul on the floor. It will give the Eagles an opportunity to get the ball back, but that takes away that basket. So that's huge, Tony. That's huge. It gives the Crusaders the ball now on a turnover, they call it. Okay, so this is big for both teams as the Eagles now really have a lot to look. Okay, a timeout now? What is going on, Tony? Well, we have 33.6 seconds to go, so hopefully the confusion is dismissed. It looks like a timeout has been awarded in some degree. Music is playing. Huddles are taking place. It is a 2-point game, and things are serious.
Yes. Today's game is brought to you by our good friends at Nike, the official apparel outfitter of the Hoophall Classic here in Springfield, Massachusetts, as we are atop everything here in the Bird's Nest, and we are looking down on everything significantly at this here basketball game. As you mentioned, 44-42 is your score. We have just a little bit under a minute of regulation time. Will they force an overtime, or will they win it in regulation?
I mean, it's crazy to think that that's the proposition they're faced right now is, tying things up. As just a couple seconds ago, it was a different way. Outlet pass is sent to Howard as she goes across the court in the paint on the other end, draws the foul. That's going to be a huge play and a very, very smart setup from the Crusaders to not only know that that's going to draw a foul if you can get that shot up, but they get the shot up itself. And now none other than Shania Howard with 21 points next to her name goes to the line to safely strengthen that lead.
Yes, a great heads-up play, a great coaching call.
I agree.
Have the senior
I agree.
on the end of that rainbow outlet.
That's who you want on that outlet pass. I mean, and while the first attempt is no good, she has another opportunity. Substitution comes in for the Crusaders. Lombardo will check out. Coming in will be Benvegnu. Howard
plenty of game time left.
31 seconds.
There it is.
Both shots no good.
Ball,
and now the Eagles are going to grab the rebound, and they're going to call
call
a timeout, which is huge. That shot
Great
not
call.
going. I mean, it almost looked like that miss went unrepresented. It felt like the Crusaders didn't even react to their miss, and it gave the Eagles a big-time opportunity for Genesis Grimes to bring in that pivotal rebound, get that timeout.
Well said. What would you do? Your Coach G and his wonderful staff, we'd like to thank also Tad Tokar as the principal.
Absolutely.
We mentioned Worthy and company and Walker and our good friend Travis and the rest of the leadership over there. But now you take on this call. You got the ball. 28.8 of a second remain. You make the call.
Absolutely. I mean, if you are James G, you want to score. I absolutely want to score from in the paint in the most safe way possible to ensure that this game is continuing. I want to go to overtime if I'm him, if I have to, but I don't want to take a three to take a lead because I think that's too much of a risk reward, giving the other team an opportunity to extend the lead to a two-possession ball game. My answer to your question, score in the paint. They're going to roll the ball. Mars is going to let it roll, save some time, and hopefully this will be beneficial for them.
Notice we listened from the central lineup is Hector, who's taking a breather.
She is taking a breather,
with the guards, like you said, calls another timeout.
They call another timeout. It's such a smart play.
Will Hector return
I think that's a great insight call from you, Tony. I didn't even realize it. And that allows the Eagles to easily move the ball up. And I assume, I'm not sure if she's going to step back in. But in general, both teams are facing a lot of pressure with now 20 seconds to go. It's a 2-point game. You can tie it up. You can take a lead. Or the Crusaders can walk out as the winners.
Well, as the plot thickens.
I
can only think of a really warm soup or a good stew at this point. We've been talking food along with basketball on this evening. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for staying with us throughout this contest. We have a 2-point differential remaining. This fourth quarter brought to you, as mentioned, by Nike, the official apparel outfitter of this here Hoophall Classic 2025. I'd like to thank our many other sponsors, Morgan Stanley, Panani Trading Cards, Spalding, the official game ball of this tournament, the Army National Guard, and the Basketball Hall of Fame. Now back to the action.
Back to the action we go for the Eagles. Hector does stay out. And on the inbound for them, they'll have Watson. Watson looking for the inbound. She hauls it out to Mars. Mars catches, puts it up, shot, no good. That was a great attempt, but no foul was called. They're sticking with it. Beautiful.
It goes!
For the Eagles.
It goes!
And that is Genesis Grimes not only getting it to go for 2, but she's going to the line to potentially take the lead. Tony, that's an and 1.
That's basketball at its best.
Absolutely.
Can she complete the two-piece with the solo?
I really hope she can for Springfield's sake. 14 seconds to go. Timeout is called from the Crusaders, as it's smart. And in general, Tony, we have a close game today. We really do.
Noticeably, from that lineup was missing Hector, who's taking a breather. Grimes comes in and cashes in with the putback.
Great play.
Opportunity to make the free throw.
Yeah.
They tried to freeze her out. They realized, like, let's get ready for the anticipated start of our offense, off the miss or off the make.
100%.
And let's get down here and win this game.
Great capitalization. You cannot capitalize any better in that predicament. They're in the situation they are now to not only tie things up, but now they can take a lead.
Loving this. Throughout the week, we're going to be treated to some really great basketball like what we're experiencing here on this evening. So stay with us throughout the week for games on Thursday evening, tomorrow on Friday, and Saturday morning, and of course Sunday and on Monday. And we'd like to say Martin Luther King Day observance this Monday. Thank you for all that you've done for humanity. And back to the action. One shot for Grimes.
This is a huge opportunity for Grimes to not only take a lead for the Eagles, but get another big basket here at the Hoophall Classic. Shot is up. It is no good. Rebound attempt from Mars. Foul is called. And now that is going to be Crusaders' ball. So she gets called with another foul, and that will send the Crusaders to the line. And that's a huge turn of events, Tony.
Yes.
Now, once again, a foul setting an opportunity to take a lead. Once again, a timeout called, and the teams will have the opportunity to slow it down and rethink things over. Tony, you've got 13 seconds, and honestly, I mean, in games like this, it usually does get very, very slow at the end because the closer it gets, the more fouls are called and the more timeouts are called. Tony, what are you thinking for the Crusaders to get back into it coming off of a foul opportunity?
Make the free throws.
Yeah, you're right.
Make
Simple as
the
that.
free throws and be careful for a lane violation.
Yeah.
Nothing that can turn the ball over with this opportunity for you to go ahead.
Great callback, too. It just happened earlier today.
You are James G. You're taking this opportunity, this timeout, to do the same. Set up the play on the make or set up the play off the miss. Put your biggest players at the base of the hoop to try to get the higher efficiency on the rebound attempt. Turn and launch that thing as they should be trailing toward that basket.
Absolutely. I mean, now we have a buzzer sounding to indicate it's time for what most likely will be the last buzzer of this game before the final. And we will see how this unfolds. We have an opportunity to take the lead for Barry. First shot is no good. That's going to be crucial for them, as now this next shot can take a 1-point lead.
This is huge.
This is huge.
Takes all the wind out of the building.
It does. It's worth mentioning the Eagles do not have a timeout while the Crusaders do. This shot is up. It's no good. Rebound is for the Eagles. They're going to get it to Mars. Mars is going to have to fast-pace this. Instead, now it's Garvin Martin who is pushing it up against the other end. Now, shot is up. No good. It goes to the far edge. And now the shot is up. No good. Ladies and gentlemen, that is end of regulation. We will go into overtime and get some extra minutes.
Great basketball had by all. Everyone holds their head high. You got 3 minutes to put this thing in the books.
Yeah, 4
Correction,
minutes.
4 minutes.
I thought it was 3-2. That's okay. I mean, one thing I will say for sure about both teams is we are really seeing a tired game. You know what I mean? I think they're both very, very tired. And the setup on that offensive end, I think, really shows it. You know what I mean?
It comes down to conditioning.
It does. It truthfully does.
Fatigue sets in. It's obvious.
It's your worst enemy, fatigue.
It becomes that seventh defender.
It does, yeah. I saw some camera footage of the central coaching staff, and I saw Sharia Haynes, which is cool to see her on the court. When I was first starting announcing, she was one of the best players Central had, number 33. I still remember that. But I loved commentating for the Central girls my freshman year as they went to the Mass Mutual Center and unfortunately lost in the finals. But this is a team that is very, very decorated. So it's always an honor to announce them and cool to see familiar faces I've started this journey with. Now, as we get into extended time in overtime, we have a 44-44 score. With 4 minutes to go, we have a jump ball for both teams between Genesis Grimes and Quinn Berry.
This overtime period is brought to you by Victory Performance Soles. We'd like to thank them for their support and sponsorship of the Hoophall Classic 2025.
Absolutely, and for the Eagles, they did have Mars set up a nice two-point attempt, but the layup was no good, and now the Crusaders have it. It's Berry at the top of the key, guarded by Mars. She's going to look to swing it. She finds her man. It's Maddie Nabel. Nabel back to Howard at the top of the key to find Berry in the corner, or in the paint, but instead Grimes steals it and Mars has it. Mars to push the momentum, calling for a screen. She's going to use it. Grimes doesn't roll that far left. Instead, she dishes it out deep into the corner. Shot attempt no good, and the Crusaders have it as Nabel looks to slow things down, gets it to Mataboni, back to Nabel, and there's going to be some strong defense calling for a jump ball that will give the Crusaders the ball back.
Great hustle, great tempo at this point. Everyone's trying to get it done the best way they know how.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of feverish pace.
And we have yet to have a lead change as Berry is in the paint. She found an opening to her side, but Grimes is there. Foul is called. That's going to be a shove on Berry, so it will be Eagles ball, and that'll be big for them for sure. And now for the Eagles, they're going to inbound, or actually they're going to get to go to the line. This is huge, as Grimes will now have an opportunity to take the lead. This is big
shots.
for them.
This is huge.
This is a
the
great
rebound
setup.
and the wherewithal to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, no,
Hold
it's
on to it.
a great play. Great setup for sure for the team. That attempt is no good, and it's detrimental for this team because free throws have to make an impact, and here in overtime, they're present, and they're very, 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 important. That shot attempt is no good. The rebound goes to the Crusaders, and now they were looking to get the ball back, but Mataboni has it as she passes out into the wing. Shot is up. It is no good, and that is a stab to the heart for number 13, Isabella Lombardo, as she gets the shot to go, but travel is called. That would have been huge to be the first basket since our overtime has started. Now for the Eagles, they're going to slowly bring things down.
As they're on their feet here in the stands.
They are. It's Garvin Martin who looks to push into the paint. She throws it off the backboard, but no good. Ball almost goes out. Howard saves it. It's going to be a foul on the Eagles on a shove as Howard goes into the grandstands. And that's great heart, but it's rewarded as she will have the opportunity.
You have to keep your head in the game.
You
They're
do.
shooting everything you foul on.
Absolutely.
Here out.
I mean, that's just, I would love to see that play again from Shania Howard as she stuck with it clearly. I mean, forcing not only the ball to stay in the playing grounds, but drawing the foul and getting her the opportunity to take the lead for her team, which they do take the lead, and she now has 22 points of her own. Incredible performance from the senior Shania Howard.
That's what you want from your senior leadership. You want someone to go in
Yeah, you're right.
and do what
You're
they're
right.
supposed to do.
Absolutely. Both foul shots are good for Howard as the Crusaders have a 2-point lead. It's Mars who has it. She's going to swing it off to Mondon. And now it's Garvin Martin who spins around into the paint. No good. Board no good as Mataboni has it. Or Mataboni, as I meant to say, but now the Eagles look to take over, slide to save, goes out of bounds. It'll be Crusaders ball. 2 minutes to go, Tony. There's a 2-point lead for the Crusaders.
I'm really assessing and looking at the talent and how they're substituting at this particular point and just throwing some
That was
some
almost
thoughts.
a double dribble, which was close there from Howard. She does put up a
Rebound.
shot, but no good. Grimes on the
Grimes.
board. And now for the Eagles is Garvin Martin. They call a foul on the ground, which still can be big for the Eagles, as that sends them to the line.
You
And
have
that
to
will be
cash
Garvin
in.
Martin. Yes, you do have to cash in.
Gotta
Like in wrestling,
cash
they got the
in.
money in the bank. You got to cash in. Garvin Martin has 9 of her own today, and she's looking to make it 11 to tie things up.
Great game, great game.
This is a great game, Tony. We aren't always blessed with the extra minutes, as that first attempt is no good. Now has opportunity to make this a 1-point game rather than a tie game. Womp womp.
You have 8 free throws attempted, only 3. Well, 2 of them made.
There's
The
another
third
one.
one there.
There you go. You predicted it. It was perfect. And for the Eagles now, they have a 1-point game. That was Grimes on the tip, or Mondon on the tip, but wasn't able to bring it in. So now for the Crusaders, they will be inbounding it. It's going to be Lombardo who dishes it to Howard. Howard is going to cross the court, fast-paced, dishes it to the corner, to the wing. It's Lombardo for 3. Her shot's no good. It's Mars on the board. Mars smartly slowing it down, gives it to Garvin Martin, who's done a pretty comfortable job at bringing the ball down for the Eagles this quarter, or I should say these last couple minutes. Mars now has it to drive. She's rejected by Barry. Quinn Barry with a spiteful rejection. 45-46 your score as the Eagles inbound. It goes out of bounds.
That's what you want to do, attack that basket. Attack
Yes.
the basket.
Try it.
If
Absolutely.
you don't make the hoop, at least draw a foul.
Absolutely. And for Grimes, she draws the foul. Great footwork from Grimes as she's able to pivot around and use those two free steps to openly get herself foul opportunity.
There it is. Let's see if she's able to cash in or will she Bitcoin on this one.
Will she Bitcoin? We'll see as she has the opportunity to tie things up and take a lead. Grimes' first attempt is going to be up shortly. First attempt no good, as this is going to be a big shot again for the Eagles, as now they can tie it up. We've got 1 minute and 21 to go, Tony, so not too much time. You want to make sure you're taking the right shots and making them when you can. That shot is up, no good. Rebound goes straight to the Crusaders. They have to hustle to make sure they're trying to get that ball, but they don't want to give up an open opportunity. Mataboni finds Barry in the paint. Barry spins around for 2. That's a great basket. That is a lead again that is just improving for the Crusaders. And now down by 3 is the Eagles. It's Garvin Martin on the other side off the glass. No good. They get a rebound. It's Mars, puts it up, and now Grimes puts it up. No good again. The Eagles stick with it. It's Garvin Martin who comes in with the board, and she will have the opportunity now drawing the foul. Or sorry, not Garvin Martin. That was number 2, Jada Watson. Howard on the ground, as that was a very physical moment, and overall it was a fast-paced moment. 3-point lead now, Tony. This game's changing.
Well, I like the fact that the women are playing hard in the paint.
They are.
Seem to have paint allergies with the men.
Absolutely.
They don't want no parts of that paint in it.
They don't. They don't. And I don't know if that's the best thing, but it can work in some degree. And we'll see for the Eagles as they will be inbounding now, which is probably a better setup for them. Down by 3, Mars has it. Mars back into the corner. Ball goes out. That's going to be an out of bounds. That's crucial for the Eagles. Less than a minute to go. Another turnover gives the Crusaders the opportunity to take a lead. On the bounce pass to Mataboni to Barry. Barry quickly back to Mataboni on the bounce. Mataboni's guarded by Garden Johnson. And there is another pass to Mataboni, the top to the free throw line now. They're moving it around as Nabel gives it back to Mataboni. To Barry. Barry into the paint. That shot is up by Lombardo, and that's another basket for the Crusaders as they are now up 5 with less than 30 to go. The Eagles have to keep it going. Mars has it. She drives. She misses. The Crusaders rebound. It's Howard now on the other end of things. She's looking to slow it down. Swings back out deep to Lombardo. Lombardo's holding it, guarded by there's a foul on the play. She's guarded by Garvin Martin. And now it will be Eagles ball.
Great basketball had all 4 quarters.
Oh, it will be a foul, sorry.
Extra minutes of overtime. You're the Central Golden Eagles. You hold your head high on this one. A number of opportunities at that free throw.
It's definitely something to come
Missed
back.
opportunities.
And talking about opportunities at the free throw line for the Crusaders, they get their shot to go as Lombardo gets that one, and now they are up 6. Doesn't get that one to go. They're going to have to do something quickly with less than 10 seconds to go. The Eagles push it in the paint. That shot is good. The clock is ticking. There's 2 seconds to go. And now it's a 4-point game. They take that timeout, but I think, unfortunately, it may just be a little too late, Tony.
Yeah, a little too late on this one. Great game by all. This first of our triple header on this evening.
I loved this
fans,
game. This was fun.
Treated to some really good, fundamentally sound basketball. A little off on the free throw attempts, and you know, the percentage-wise, as we look here, this really chilly day.
It is.
In January.
It's a chilly day in January. It's like 30 out. It's a little cold, but now we have a nice fan, or I don't know, a ventilation system keeping us cool, Tony.
Oh, yeah. It feels great.
It is, for sure.
Great.
It's also cool to look around on the walls here and see former Hoophall alumni. I'm looking at Montverde's R.J. Barrett over the staircase there, and it's cool to say that. I mean, I was there for all of R.J. Barrett's games when he played. I mean, Montverde is a high school powerhouse, and they've always had cool guys from Ben Simmons to Cade Cunningham. But R.J. Barrett, his year in 2019 was awesome. That was really cool with Zion and Cam Reddish. But now for the Crusaders, they inbound with 2 seconds to go. The Eagles miss on that opportunity. And ladies and gentlemen, your final score, 51-47. The Crusaders of Holy Cross in Waterbury, Connecticut have defeated the Golden Eagles of Springfield Central High School here at the Hoophall Classic. This is Ciro Zanetti, and I'm joined by
Tony Petaway.
You're listening to Focus Springfield.